Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. So I have a video that's going to be very useful for you. One of the biggest complaints that people have when buying cryptocurrency is the fact that they essentially have to give up one of the most important aspects of cryptocurrency, which is its anonymity. And every time that you go to a centralized cryptocurrency exchange like Binance, you have to KYC, which ultimately de-anonymizes your cryptocurrency usage. Now, not to belabor a point too much, as I want to get into the point of this video, I just made a video, in fact, two recently, that discusses some of the dangers of KYC. Now, if you provide KYC to your cryptocurrency exchange, they've made a devil's pact with your government in order to be able to do business in your country. And if at any stage your government decides that they want that information, they can get that from you. Furthermore, for the sake of tax, if your government ever discovers that you have cryptocurrency in the first place, which is very easy to discern, right? All you have to do is send funds to Binance or whatever exchange you're using from your bank account, and simply on the transfer, it's just going to say Davey whatever has sent funds to X exchange, right? And it's going to be clear for everyone to know that you're a purchaser of cryptocurrency. You may even get a big tax bill one day that says, hey, you owe us X amount of money. They're going to overbill you, and then you have to then do some kind of crypto audit where you then have to prove that you aren't like a crypto millionaire, right? That's one thing. There's also the malevolent side where you've got actual scammers and hackers that will, let's just say if that that crypto exchange ever gets hacked, all your information that's very sensitive to you is going to be owned by various black hat people on the internet. They're going to then use that to create a tailored scam. So I think it's really important for people to know how to buy cryptocurrency without KYC, and welcome to my channel. My channel is about how to debank, and a lot of that involves how do you buy cryptocurrency without KYC. Spent a lot of time figuring out how to do this stuff, and if you're interested in learning about my lessons, you can subscribe to my channel, and I've got a lot of recommendations as to how to debank, and also different places where you can buy cryptocurrency without KYC. So make sure to use my referral links in the description down below. Now, to get into the meat and potatoes of this video, I want to talk about how if you help other people buy cryptocurrency without KYC, you can do two things, right? You can make money doing this, and you can also help build in the I guess the ideals of the overall crypto community, which is to buy crypto without KYC and to help people retain their anonymity. I feel like you're doing a good service. Now, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, let's pull this up, and I'm going to show you some peer-to-peer cryptocurrency exchanges, right? So this is one of my favorite ones. This is called Local CoinSwap, and this is a place where you can buy and sell cryptocurrency without any KYC, right? So there's no KYC to sign up. It doesn't require any personal information. It doesn't require your phone number, your name, your date of birth, ID, anything like that. Now, there might be some sellers on the website who are individual sellers and aren't directly affiliated with the website itself. They might require KYC, but you don't have to trade with them. You can trade with all these people here. Many of them are willing to trade with you even if you don't provide any KYC. Now, if I look to the left here, right? Okay, what I'm looking at here is I'm looking at all these different sellers, right? And they're not really doing this out of charity, right? The reason why they're providing this service is because they make money doing it. They know that there's a market of people out there that are willing to pay more money if they don't have to KYC. And ultimately, the market rate is determined by whatever people are willing to pay and however much of a supply there is in order to meet the demand. Now, I've just opened up the first page of offers here, and as we can see, the markup is quite a lot. So this is 10% above market rate. You've got this guy in Australia. He's selling crypto via bank transfer, and he's selling it at 10% market rate. So what that means is, in plain English, if you want to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin from this guy, you have to sell him $110 you have to send him $110. So that's incredible business for him. He makes an instant 10%. And what he's then going to do is when he receives those funds in his bank account, he's then going to immediately send it back to a centralized cryptocurrency exchange where there's basically market rate fees. He's going to turn it those fiat funds back into cryptocurrency, and he's ready to trade with the next person, right? And you've got a very nice business model going on. But at the same time, though, he's helping people buy a cryptocurrency without KYC. So there's a valuable service in there. Now, it's not always 10%. You've got others that are much lower. Like, so you've got this one down here, which is for Alipay, which is a Chinese pay method. And this is for only 3.68% above market rate. And but this person, again, is not, he's not asking for any KYC. And, you know, if you're interested in buying, you can scroll through and just see what payment methods are applicable to you and see if there's a rate that's good for you. But this is more a video for how you can make money doing this and become a part of this community. So what I actually want to do, what my vision is I want to encourage people to get involved in this kind of activity. I want people to get involved in the peer-to-peer trading community, because what's going to happen is if there's more sellers on here, obviously motivated by money, you're not doing this as a charity. If the more people that are selling on these kinds of websites, the more competition there are between sellers, and ultimately there's going to be more competition for customers, which will push down the rate. Now, what happens if we get so many people involved in this kind of industry? It might just come to the point where if you want to buy crypto without KYC, maybe it only costs 1, maybe max 2% above market rate for any payment method you want, which I think will be a great service to the overall crypto community. The only reason why people go to places like Binance and other centralized exchanges is it's convenient, it's simple to use, and at the end of the day, the fees are very, very low. So every time you do a spot trade between one crypto and another crypto, it costs 0.1%, and I think the fee to onboard your fiat into crypto via, bank transfer, I think it's like less than 1%, right? But ultimately, the reason why it's so cheap is because that's where the volume is. If you've got billions of dollars of volume flowing through your platform, you can afford to engage in scales of economy where each person doesn't have to pay that much because the overall bottom line for the company is so high. So I envision that as more people become aware of the power of trading cryptocurrency P2P, long term, the rates of these kinds of things will go down. Now, if you're intimidated by seeing these rates, I mean, some of these are ridiculous, 17%, 15%. The reality is, it's not always like this. Maybe these are just the most popular methods, but if I sort it by price or if I look at some of the other ones, it shouldn't be all too bad. If you're willing to deal with more new sellers, you can do that. Of course, there's always risk. Like this person wants to trade cash in Pakistan. You might be kind of crazy to do that. But then you've got this guy here, Revolut. He wants to do Revolut in Bulgaria. There's a bunch of different offers that aren't that bad. This person in Brazil, he wants to do a bank transfer. It's only 3%. So some are more reasonable than others. So you have to, kind of get down to it and look at what's good. And another one you can also use, you can look between different P2P cryptocurrency exchanges. There's another one I like to use called HODL, which is similar, but it's totally non-custodial. Local CoinSwap can be non-custodial, but this one is totally non-custodial. And you can potentially get better rates here. So it doesn't, let's just see here, let's look at no KYC for, so the first one here, Chase Bank, right? So what is the markup on this one? If I click here, I'm just curious. Oh, I'm not logged in and I don't want to log in because I don't want to dox myself, right? But this is 3-4%. So you're paying above market rate, but if you're really serious about not KYCing, then it's a good place. Now, if you're coming from the opposite side and you're maybe you decide you want to make money doing this, it's a really good way of making money, and I think ultimately you're helping other people in the community do what they really are intending to do with cryptocurrency, which is a way of anonymizing their wealth, a way of anonymizing their transactions, and ultimately protecting their wealth. I think you're providing a valuable service that is actually commendable, and it's none of these stupid ways of making money that we're going to see increasingly in this bull cycle. They're just bull crap, you know, buying meme coins, gambling, and all this stuff. Like, don't be involved in any of that stuff. Provide a real service that people actually meaningfully want and are willing to pay money for. And not only can you make money doing this kind of thing, but you're also, providing an actually good service. So if you're interested in making money in this way, helping out the community, actually helping people use cryptocurrency for what it's intended for, which is, you know, to anonymously store your wealth, I strongly recommend you use my referral link in the description down below for HODL and Local CoinSwap. These are some of the best crypto peer-to-peer exchanges. They don't require KYC and they're non-custodial. I think these kinds of exchanges are the future. And there are two other ones that I want to recommend, not as highly as ones I just recommended now, but they're worth mentioning because these are also peer-to-peer cryptocurrency exchanges, but they are how should I say, like they are custodial, which is a problem, but they're P2P cryptocurrency exchanges where you can buy and sell Monero, which there's huge demand for. So if you were interested in making money selling crypto, you can charge a premium by selling Monero instead of Bitcoin, because if you're not familiar with the recent history, a very popular P2P cryptocurrency exchange that specialized in Monero called Local Monero shut down around 3 months ago, and it's kind of left this vacuum, right? And there are a few other exchanges that don't have quite the volume. And if you're willing to step into that vacuum and provide Monero and sell it to other people, you can easily charge, you know, like many percentage points above market rate. You can make money and you can help Monero users acquire their Monero without P2P, which again, that's just in alignment with what Monero is supposed to do. It's supposed to be anonymous. If you have to go to a centralized exchange to buy it and you have to give your KYC, then it's not really anonymous anymore, right? You defeated the point of Monero. So you can use my referral link in the description down below to sell on BitPapa, and you can also use my referral link in the description down below for BitValve. These are two fairly decent exchanges that will allow you to buy and sell crypto with Monero. So thanks a lot for watching my video, guys. If you like these videos about how to debank and you want to get more tips on how to do things like this, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.